Hey, it's Andrew, and let me explain. You remember when we were all a bit younger and games were kind of difficult for no reason? I know that some people here were absolute gods at any game that they played instantly the second they were born, but some games were just needlessly hard when we were kids. And for me, as a kid, Curious George, the movie, the video game, was that game. I was losing my mind. I was bashing my head against that game as a third grader for like a month, which is crazy now because it seems like playthroughs I can watch of it are only like 2 hours long. And I swear to God, I was playing that game daily for like a month. And obviously, to do B-roll for this video, I had to look up gameplay of this game because I don't know where I could find a copy. And you know how long the playthrough of the full game was? It was 2 hours. I was bashing my head against a game that was the length of a Pixar movie for a month that is taking other people 2 hours to complete. And in this video, I'm gonna rationalize why it's okay, that's okay. I'm completely okay with that. And I also want to be clear, it's not like I was horrible at video games. I had beaten the original Mario Brothers on the NES, played plenty of Duck Hunt, and on the same system, this is really my crowning achievement, I beat Mega Man 2. I couldn't beat that game right now if I tried. I beat that game as like a third grader. Crowning achievement. It was amazing. I was that guy. So let's talk about this stupid GameCube Curious George game. Okay, remember the movie? Will Ferrell, David Cross, Drew Barrymore. I don't really remember who played the monkey. And let's not forget Jack Johnson, who absolutely pulled up. This was a Daft Punk with Tron Legacy level soundtrack here. But the chill version. Chill guy. And that music is not in this game, unfortunately. They couldn't afford the rights to it, so we get off-brand Crash Bandicoot for most of the game. So the game, though, it's a 3D platform most of the time. We got some mild puzzles, and on occasion it becomes a rhythm game for some reason. And forget being bad at just 3D platformers. If you didn't have a sense of rhythm back in 2006, you were not going to beat this game. I did, though. I had rhythm. I just sucked at 3D platforming. This is also a good time to mention, I don't recall ever beating Mario 64. So maybe I am just kind of bad at 3D platforming. It's painful now watching playthroughs because the only reason people actually play this game anymore is exclusively to speedrun it. And they make it look easy, like it's a kid's game, but no, trust me, jumping on these African ladies' heads when they're holding the bowls, it was absolute hell. It is so damn hard. George is not comfortable to control in this game, and you have to use hyper-precise movements because he is not friendly whatsoever. And not only do you have to be highly precise and exceptionally talented, you have to be incredibly composed, because throughout this entire game, Curious George just yells monkey noises at you, which for a lot of us ignites a Temple Run anxiety that we've long forgotten. And that makes this game exceptionally hard at some points. This game follows George, as you would expect, the curious one. The main plot does follow the movie's plot, but it focuses on a lot of the scenes that we didn't see, like the lasers in the museum and the incredible dangerous cliff and building climbs that we didn't get much of in the movie either. We also get a much more personal look at what George had to do to survive on the freighter between Africa and New York City, that's a long trip on a boat, right? That's like a couple weeks. I haven't looked that up. This game uses movie scenes as cutscenes for the game to progress the plot, which I kind of like. I actually kind of miss back when games used to just use movie scenes or show scenes to progress the plot. It's kind of fun. I don't know if they have Will Ferrell doing Ted's voice in this game. I kind of doubt it, but whoever voice acted him did a fantastic job. It's honestly probably not too hard to do a Will Ferrell impression, if I had to guess. I'm not gonna do it, but I don't know. But that is it. Most of this game is just monkey noises, 3D platforming, and off-brand Will Ferrell. And the game operates pretty traditionally like games used to, with levels, checkpoints, that kind of thing. The problem is there's tons of jumps in this game that I feel genuinely are like 2 or 3 frame intervals. Like you have to be so precise. And they have a great habit of placing some of the hardest jumps right before the checkpoints. So if I'm playing a 20-minute level and 3 minutes into the level is the first checkpoint, and I keep dying because I am not frame perfect on this last jump 3 minutes in, I have to keep going back to the start of the level to just try and get this first checkpoint, which turns a 20-minute level into a 90-minute level when you do it over and over again throughout different checkpoints. And this game doesn't really introduce a lot of new mechanics. Sometimes there are mini games and little concepts like the rhythm game that keeps popping up that shake up gameplay a little bit, but you're really just left with movement mechanics, the jumping systems, all of that. The double jump is deeply complex for some reason because you're just having to master frame perfect movement. And maybe I'm lying. I don't know. This is what it feels like. This is what it still feels like. And I could believe it. You know, the speedrunners are damn good at this game, but speedrunners are pretty familiar with this frame perfect stuff. And I was not, but maybe I was. I did beat Mega Man 2. I don't know, man. This game is really hard. Also, I'm sweating. It is so hot in this room. I know the house heater is on, but I got 2 lights now instead of 1. And wow, I am sweating in here. I need to get a fan. Another variable that makes George kind of hard to control is there does not feel to be any ramp up time on his speeder movements. You touch that stick a tiny bit and he moves at full speed. So if you were on the edge of a cliff trying to get to the perfect edge of it so you can make a jump all the way over, you are playing Russian roulette with your broken GameCube stick that you've destroyed by trying to constantly do wave dashes in Smash Bros. Melee. It's just not very friendly and it is very, very punishing. These punishing checkpoints, movement systems, along with just the screaming monkey noises have just seared into my brain. This game lives rent-free in my head, all times. I'm 25. I'm almost 26. I played this game in 2006, and I still think about it all the time. I hate this game. The African market at the beginning, the stealth sequences with Ivan hunting you down, the lasers in the museum, all live rent-free in my head. Sometimes I wake up in the middle of the night with cold sweats and shivers with this monkey noise playing in my head. And there are also so many kids games that were famously too hard for kids back in the day. Think about The Lion King, Punch-Out, Super Star Wars. These games had no reason being as hard as they were, but for whatever reason, they just were. And for some reason, whenever I think of the hardest game that I have ever played, I just think back to Curious George, the movie, the game, on the GameCube. And honestly, I'd rather fight the Elden Beast with a torch than ever play this game again. It really just took a lot out of me. It took a small part of my soul. But I beat it. I beat this game. I did beat it, and I can live with that. It was 90 hours into a game that was supposed to be like 2 hours long, something like 90 hours. I don't remember. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I love you all. Thank you to D Sanchez for being a member. If you guys want to become members on the channel, there's a join button below. Sorry it took me a while to get this video up. There's been all kinds of mental health and life-changing things happening. It's been exhausting lately, but I'm here. I'm trying to work on videos again. Thank you guys so much for watching these. It's really special, and I hope to be able to get some more awesome content out to you guys soon. So I hope you're doing well, and hey, thank you so much for watching. Peace.